Welcome back to Midnight Whispers. Tonight's story will take you deep into the unknown, where memories don't belong to the people who live them. So turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and listen closely. My name is Emily, or at least that's the name I remember having before everything started falling apart. Because lately, every time I open my eyes, I wake up in a different place, surrounded by people who call me by names I've never heard, and photos on the walls showing a life I never lived. And no matter how much I try to convince myself it's a dream, the air smells too real, the coffee burns too hot, and the faces look too human to be fake. So I get up, pretending to know where I am, pretending to know who they are, until the moment I see the mirror and realize it's not my face looking back at me. It's someone else's, someone who smiles like me, but with different eyes, different scars, a different story written on her skin. And I scream silently because I know that by the time I fall asleep again, I'll lose her and wake up in another stranger's life, living their memories as if they were mine. And what's worse is that I feel everything: their sadness, their fear, their pain, like ghosts that haunt my nerves and whisper their secrets into my blood. And I don't know how long I can keep pretending. How long before I forget who I really am, if I even exist anymore. Because the line between me and them has blurred, like ink bleeding on wet paper. And sometimes I wonder if I'm dying slowly inside other people's dreams, or if I'm just a memory someone forgot to erase. The first time it happened, I woke up in a small blue bedroom, sunlight cutting through lace curtains, and a man humming in the kitchen like he'd done it 1,000 times before. And when I walked in, he smiled, kissed my forehead, and called me Anna. And I wanted to scream that my name was Anna, but something stopped me: the smell of pancakes, the sound of birds outside, the comfort in his voice. So I stayed quiet and played along, pretending to be his wife, laughing when he told jokes I didn't understand, holding his hand even though it felt like touching a stranger's dream. And that night, when I looked through a photo album, I saw a baby girl with eyes like mine, and my heart cracked because she looked real, too real, like I'd loved her my entire life. And then I blinked, and suddenly I was in another place. A hospital room, bright white walls, a body lying on a bed. And this time, they called me Dr. Lane, and my hands moved with confidence I didn't have, stitching wounds I didn't remember learning to treat. And I realized every memory came with a feeling, like the person I became left their soul inside me. And maybe I wasn't living different lives at all. Maybe I was collecting them. It's been months now, or maybe years. I don't even know anymore, because time doesn't work the same when you live 1,000 yesterdays that don't belong to you. And every morning, I wake up with a different story to tell. A new name, a new history, a new heartbreak to carry. And the only constant is the moment before I sleep, a flash, like static in my brain, a soundless hum that feels like electricity crawling through my veins. And then darkness, and when I open my eyes, I'm reborn again, somewhere new, with another past forced into my mind. And sometimes, in the reflection of glass or water, I catch glimpses of myself, the real me, the one I used to be, but she's fading, her features slipping away like a painting washed by rain. And I try to hold on, to remember something real. But my memories keep rewriting themselves, replacing truth with fiction, until I can't tell which one hurts more, the ones that never happened or the ones I can't forget. And I wonder if maybe I'm not human at all. Maybe I'm the memory itself, a fragment drifting from life to life, searching for the one who created me. Sometimes I meet the same people again, but in different lives, different roles. A mother who was my sister before, a stranger who once was my husband, a friend who turns into my patient. And I can feel the connection between us, like invisible threads pulling us together through different realities. And I've tried to explain it to them, tried to say, I know you, I've seen you before. But they only smile politely or look afraid, because how could they understand that I've lived their pain more times than they have, that I've buried them, loved them, lost them in lifetimes they never knew existed. And I'm tired of screaming into empty space, tired of begging the universe to let me go, to let me wake up just once in my own bed, with my own name on my lips. But every time I fall asleep, I can feel it, the pull, something dragging me deeper, further away from myself, as if I'm being erased piece by piece, rewritten by the memories I've borrowed. Last night, something changed, something different, because when I opened my eyes, I was back in my childhood room, the one with the peeling wallpaper and the broken nightlight. And for a moment, I thought it was over, that I'd finally returned home. But then I noticed the photos on the wall. They were wrong. The faces smiling beside me were familiar, but distorted, like old film burned around the edges. And when I looked closer, I saw my own eyes in every face, hundreds of versions of me, each one trapped in a different life, a different memory, staring back as if begging me to remember. And I realized maybe this isn't random. Maybe I've been searching for myself all along, scattered across time, across memories, like a puzzle I was never meant to solve. And I don't know if I'll ever escape, because the more I remember, the more I disappear, like the truth itself is consuming me from within. If you're hearing this, maybe you're real. Maybe you're another version of me listening from a different life. Or maybe you're the one who created me, the one who wanted to see what it feels like to live forever through borrowed memories. And if that's true, I want you to know, I'm tired. I want it to stop. I want to wake up one last time and not have to ask who I am, or where I belong, or whose pain I'm carrying today, because I can't tell the difference between living and remembering anymore. And the scariest part is that I've started forgetting that this ever felt wrong, like my mind has accepted the chaos as home. And every time I fall asleep, I whisper to whatever watches over me, please, not another life. But the darkness always answers with the same cruel silence. And when I open my eyes again, there's another morning, another body, another memory waiting for me to live it. And I think maybe that's what eternity really is. Not heaven or hell, but being trapped in stories that never end until you forget you were ever real at all.